What's going on? Welcome back. Ryan here. In this video, we're briefly going to talk about balance sheets. Now, when we think about fundamental analysis, right, we're thinking about companies traded. One thing that investors can look at is the balance sheet, right? The balance sheet being the assets of a company, right, which break down to its liabilities and the shareholder equity. And balance sheets are complicated, right? I mean, if you haven't taken an accounting class in school, or you haven't actually looked over a balance sheet, I highly recommend that you go on your own and study it, because it's a whole subject on its own. But for the sake of these videos, I just want you to be aware that businesses have balance sheets and that publicly traded companies have to file filings with the SEC, right? So you can come into, we can bring up a browser and go to the sec.gov, and then we can come into filings, into their Edgar search, right? Full text search. Okay, so for instance, let's just type in Apple, right? Okay, there it comes up. And now, there's all of these different filings that they have, right? So let's, there's so many. So here's like the 10K annual report, right? So, and this is just, there's so much stuff here. Let's see if we can just quickly find financial statements and supplementary data. Consolidated statements. So yeah, I mean, I personally don't dig too much into this stuff. I wouldn't consider myself like a value investor, right? Like a Warren Buffett, he enjoys reading these statements and learning as much about these fundamentals of the company. And I think it's an important area to be aware of if you're a value investor looking for, undervalued companies, right? But just know, right, that all these businesses have to file with the SEC. All of this data is available for you to sift through and to look at. And I encourage you to just go look at some of these documents and just see how much information there is. And it can be overwhelming, right, just to see, how much data there is inside of all these companies. But again, important to understand that you have these tools, they're available to you, and that you know where to find them. So again, the SEC government website has loads of information. So I highly suggest you go there, take a look, download some balance sheets, and enjoy going through them. All right. So again, look forward to the next video. I'm just going to keep bringing these high-level concepts until we get to the options, which then we're going to really get into detail and really see how very successful option traders use options, and how you can use them to do really anything that you want, right? Once you know and understand and build this high-level skill, it will go anywhere that you go. It will follow you the rest of your life. Okay, so again, I look forward to talking in the next video.